Hello, everybody, and welcome to Take Your Education Beyond the Basics. My name is Caroline Lee. I'm a diamond in doTERRA, and I'm really excited to just spend a few minutes with you today teaching a little bit more about your oils. So this is the very first class in an 8-series class, and it's really designed to take you beyond the basics and take a more deep look about the various essential oils and how to use them. So I'm really excited to bring this to you and see if I can get my computer. I want to tell you a little bit about me and my recent oil experience, because I love to teach people to be the product of the product and use your product daily, because there's lots of benefits of daily use. And so I just want to tell you, I am a mother of 4 kids, and they range from ages in high school all the way down to pre-K. So we are very active. We're around all the time doing lots of different things. And this right here is my most recent experience with essential oils. This actually happened 2 days ago. I went to my son, this is Joseph, that he had a field day at the end of his school year. And so they spent the whole day in this gigantic field with flowers and grass, playing all sorts of games. And this is him on tug of war. I love his face. He's so determined, right? But afterwards, I paid the price. The next day I woke up and my eyes were itchy, my nose was draining, and I was sneezing a whole lot. And so I definitely am very grateful for this product, Try Ease. If you're new to essential oils, you probably have heard a little bit about the lavender, lemon, and peppermint blend that you can use for seasonal threats. But this is a product that you can use that's very simple. It's in a pill form, so you may not know about this product yet. But this is really good about cleansing the body systems and really calming and balancing your body internally as well as externally. Also promotes clear breathing and healthy respiratory function. So it just makes it nice and easy pill. I took it, I think 3 times yesterday, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and now it's kind of just a regular maintenance. I know that this is the season when I'm going to be outside, and it's going to be aggravated a little bit. My black car is now yellow with all the pollen out there. So I'm just going to be taking it morning and night myself, just to help with calming down the respiratory system and helping with those environment issues that we have. But I just wanted to share with that about being the product of the product first. And as you were exploring it, you're going to learn more about essential oils and their benefits. So like I said, this is the first of 8 classes. I'm really, really excited to take you on this journey. I hope you'll join me. All these videos will be available to be shared with others. So if you know somebody that has essential oils and wants to learn more information about this, this is a great series that they can watch in their own home. It's going to be shareable on my YouTube channel, so you'll be able to do this. So this is class number 1. And again, we're just going to we're going to talk a little bit about the basic foundations of essential oils. So we're going to talk about how to use your oils. We're going to talk about the labels for the different types of use. We teach about using doTERRA. So these are all doTERRA's oils and their labels. We're going to talk about the quick reference chart and where you can find that. We're going to talk about skin sensitivities and really how to keep our bodies safe. You know, I have red hair, and so my skin naturally is just a little bit more sensitive than most people's. So I definitely want to make sure that I am being safe and with the product. So, and then we're also going to talk about keeping it out of our eyes, our ear canals, and our nose. If you've been to a class, you know those membranes are super thin, and the essential oils are potent. You know, and so you want to make sure that you have something to help with that in case, I don't know, maybe we're not nose pickers, but I've been known to put oils on my hands and then accidentally rub my eyes. So we want to talk a little bit about safety with essential oils. So this right here is just a basic foundation about understanding it. So you'll see this in a lot of doTERRA's literature, in their product catalogs, online. When you look up a product, it will say A, T, or I, so aromatic, topical, internal use in doTERRA's case because of the certified pure therapeutic grade. We know that it's safe for that. And then the N, S, and D are really, really crucial to understand. Ni means it's commonly used without dilution. S means that it is sensitive for young and sensitive skin. So you will want to dilute it. And D, you want to heavily dilute it. And so I would really tell you guys, when you're diluting it, use a carrier oil, not water. We use fractionated coconut oil because it's such an amazing product for your skin. You can use it for an eye makeup remover. You got some cracking in your skin, definitely use some fractionated coconut oil. Helps the body in restoring healthy skin. But it also slows down the absorption. So dilution is always great. Like, you don't necessarily always have to, but it makes your oils last longer. It slows the absorption, so all the oils are getting trapped onto the skin and really getting absorbed rather than flashing off. So it's really important to make sure you understand it. So I usually tell people, rule of thumb, Ni, you can do it directly with undiluted. S, sensitivity, my rule of thumb is 1 to 2, so 1 drop carrier, 2 drops of oil. And then D for heavily diluted is usually 1:4 ratio. Although you're going to notice in this chart, some of the other oils are a little bit higher. So look at whatever resource guide that I know doTERRA has some on their website, but if you're working with an wellness advocate, they will have some recommendations on dilutions, especially with kids. Sometimes even with babies, 1 tablespoon per 1 to 2 drops of an oil is all that you'll need on them. So understanding this and finding the right guide to let you know about the dilution. So it's never wrong to dilute. And so if you're anyways concerned with it, then always dilute with it when you're using a topical application. So these are hotter oils. They are, best on the bottoms of their feet because you don't have that sensitivity on the bottoms of the feet. But if you can't do it on the bottoms of your feet and you're going to do it elsewhere, just make sure that you dilute it, or if you take it in a veggie cap, that kind of thing. All right, so a little bit about, let's see. Oh, I want to go back really quick. I'm sorry. I want to read a little bit about this. When neutralizing an effect from the essential oils, it really is important to know what not to do and what to do. So essential oils are not neutralized by water. In fact, water often opens up the pores and they force the essential oils deep into the epidermis layers or the eyes. So carrier oils are used to neutralize, and doTERRA, like I said, offers the fractionated coconut oil. That means it's liquid at room temperature and not solid. If your FCO is not available, then you can use olive oil. That does work wonders, and you can even apply it directly to the eye. So just note that you have that. So let's see, fractionated coconut oil, that's where we're going to move on here. So besides it being a carrier oil, we did mention a little bit about the properties of this one. Fractionated coconut oil has similar characteristics as an essential oil, and it has the ability to pass through a cell just like essential oils do, carrying further and deeper the benefits of the oil than just doing it the oil itself. So that's why we like using fractionated coconut oil. Our immune systems are also supported with fractionated coconut oil, and it supports a normal inflammatory response. So that's really, really important in helping our bodies with that. So I love the fractionated coconut oil. You can now buy the pumps for your coconut oil through the doTERRA site and just add it to your rewards program. And that way it's just really easy to just put a little bit of coconut oil in with your drops and then apply it topically. Okay. So why plants? This is really important. Plants, essential oils perform many functions. And understanding these functions will help you understand how the essential oils can also support the body systems. So what does it do? Inside the plant, it helps regulate the plant growth. It regulates metabolism in the plant. It helps function as plant enzymes. Okay, it builds the plant's immune system. Oops, sorry. And so those are just some basic things that essential oils can help when they're in the plant form. So we're just going to use that for our own benefit in our own body and help our body systems out. So an example of why this, how the plant uses this essential oil is in this instance. So when you cut a plant, it produces an oleum gum resin, okay, which actually initiates healing in the plant. So it just kind of releases some of the oil and kind of helps it out. So that's kind of one way that you can see the oils working in the plant. Now, essential oils are smart, okay? They absorb into your skin and your body systems really quickly. So as little as 30 seconds, it enters into the bloodstream, which allows us to have just a really fast influence. And if it's a calming that you need to have happen, you may experience it pretty fast. Now, promoting proper cell defense and integrity, both inside and out the cell. So we want healthy cell function, and so essential oils can help with that. They can also help with environmental and seasonal threats. So like as I explained with my own testimony this week with the Tri-Ease program product, it really does help the body system just calm down and deal with those. And they also promote a healthier circulatory and enhance your mood. So mood is usually a given. I think most people know essential oils and aromatherapy, and you can alter your mood and help your mood out. But also it helps with circulation, which is a huge benefit in the body. So we're going to take a look closer to the plants, and they really are extracted from different parts of the plant, and really knowing the place of harvest is really beneficial to understand what part of the body the essential oil will benefit, the body system it will benefit. So this is my favorite class out of the 8-week series because we get to understand a little bit about where it comes from and how it interacts in our body. So an example, when needing an oil for balance and stability, choosing a root or rhizome oil is really, really good. Or if we're going to support our hormones, we might want to look at a seed oil. Flower oils are really light and delicate, so choosing this oil for clarity and focus is a good choice. But when we're learning the part of the plant that is used to harvest the oil, we can look at our bodies and find connections to areas which will receive the benefit. So oils come from different parts of plants. They each have their own unique benefit. And so it's just really important, becomes really important for us to understand that. And then it helps you be on the basics when you are looking for a solution. So before we get too much, we are going to talk a little bit more about the science of essential oils in the very last class. So we're just going to touch a little bit basic, but we do go into more detail on the class 8. So just looking ahead on that one. All right, so we're going to move on to, let's see, the different areas. So the very first area we're going to talk about are the citrus and berries. So right there, you're going to see a lot of examples of some of the citrus and berries oils that you're going to find. They're going to be great for energizing and uplifting, even strengthening and cleansing. And they're going to be invigorating. They're going to give you some pep to and wake you up, They're going to boost your mood, that kind of thing. And so just know that these are some of the wonderful plants that have that, and they do have a common property that they do. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of bergamot. That was one of the ones listed on the list, and I really love bergamot. It's a fruit that's really not edible because the pulp is really too sour. But it is primarily developed and grown to be cultivated for essential oils. So I love this one. There are some cautions with this one. It is a citrus oil. Whenever you apply a citrus oil topically, you want to make some precautions. So you want to avoid sunlight within 36 hours of a topical application, or use some extra sunscreen, as it does make you a little bit more photosensitive. But I really love bergamot because of its soothing properties, and how it rejuvenates the skin. It also helps reduce the tension and the stress. It lessens sad and anxious feelings. And it instills a sense of self-confidence. So I love using bergamot with my kids, in particular when they're struggling with just everyday life, you know, and believing in themselves, or they have a lot of negative thoughts that are going on. Bergamot is an excellent oil that you can diffuse. And I love this one. They have an essential oil tip. You know, can make an oil mojo with 3 drops of lime, 1 drop of bergamot, and 1 drop of peppermint. Again, we just want to instill confidence in ourselves and in with others. So I love this oil. It is such a powerful oil. Of course, with me talking a lot in front of people, this is an oil choice. Okay. All right. So we're going to move to the second one, which is the flower oils. And as on the screen, you're going to see a lot of them listed. The oils that come from the buds, the flowers of the plant. And those are really going to be more delicate, light, airy. They're going to maybe help with energy and focus. They're going to be uplifting. They're going to help just be a little bit lighter on that. And so the example I'm going to share Gila Chrism. A lot of people don't know the benefits of Gila Chrism. My very first experience with Gila Chrism, I'm going to share another one that we just recently had, but was with my kid bit down on their tongue and I couldn't see what was going on there. So this one has an amazing ability to help with the body's healing processes. I can't even talk. In particular, like stop the bleeding a little bit. And so I could be able to look in on the kid's mouth and be able to see what's going on. But there's a lot of benefits for Gila Chrism. It really does help the skin recover quickly. It promotes a healthy liver function, supports localized blood flow. It also helps reduce the appearance of wrinkles, stretch marks, and skin. So it's a great topical oil. You can use it. You can see aromatic, topical, and internal, but I use a lot of topical. There is a sun cream on there. If you get sunburn, there's a recipe on there as well. I think it's a sunscreen. It's a sunscreen that's on there. Recipe on there. Our recent oil experience, because I'm always trying to be a product of the product and letting people know that I use this product on a daily basis. Sorry if you have a light stomach, but this was my daughter who had a little fortunate encounter with a baseball bat when she was playing with the neighbors. They were playing t-ball, and this was just about a week after the bottom picture. You can see a little bit of the stitches there, but it's healing really nicely. But I use the Gila Chrism around the incision when it first happened to help slow down the bleeding. And then I also use oils for pain and inflammation. And then I use lavender for calming down. Not only her feelings that she was experiencing as, she's upset, but also for me as I'm trying to help her out and take her to the emergency room to get her stitches. But I'm so grateful to have the oils, and the Gila Chrism is continually helping out with this. I'll have to do another picture where it shows 7 days later of what it looks like again. But we love this oil. It's a great one to use your reward points on. All right, as we move to the leaf, these are some of the common leaf essential oils that you find. And they're going to give some clarity, some pure, uplifting properties. They're also going to smell really fresh. A lot of the leaf oils we know from cooking, okay? We use a lot of these in cooking or in our food, like our gum, that kind of thing. And so we're going to talk a little bit about Majorem. I think it's a lesser known oil. I hadn't really used it a whole lot until just recently, but it's closely related to oregano and has a lot of the similar properties. It does help with the respiratory and digestive system. Really 1 to 2 drops with honey for stomach complaints are really helpful. You can also use it to calm, for calming properties and have a positive effect on your nervous system. It soothes tired and stressed muscles and supports that, again, that respiratory system and the cardiovascular system. So recently I fell on a trip that I was at. I felt it in the shower, just, you know, not making good choices, right? And sorry, I don't have a picture of that this time. But this oil was super helpful in, I paired it up with frankincense, lemongrass, and copaiba to help soothe the muscles. I had a bruised tailbone, and it just helped with recovery a lot faster on that one. So definitely the essential oil tip in here, use the next recipe that called for dry Majorem. Usually 1 drop of essential oil is equivalent to 2 teaspoons of a dry herb. So that kind of gives you some idea on how to use Majorem. All right, we're going to move on to twig oils. Twig oils are like cypress, white fir. We're going to talk about and introduce Siberian fir on there, but these are normally, they're used to calm tensions and nerves. They promote feelings of relaxation. They calm the nervous system. They soothe the skin. So they're very strengthening and active and clear and energizing. Because doTERRA does not, they didn't continue selling the white fir just because they could not produce it in the amount that they needed and the quality they needed. They actually, these are some other ferns that we have. We have Douglas fir and Siberian fir. You can see that Siberian fir is very chemically close to white fir. And then Douglas fir on itself also has wonderful properties as that your body will love. And so some of the uses for Siberian fir, you can help with sleep. It can help inhaling to dry, soothe airways. So the Siberian fir I use a lot of times at wintertime. It smells like a Christmas tree. So I can scent my tree like that too. But oftentimes in the wintertime, the air gets a little bit drier. And so diffusing that really, really can help. It helps soothe minor irritations. And it does definitely, it just, gives it a fresh outdoor smell if you're going to diffuse it. So I love Siberian fir. All right, so we're going to move on to our bark and wood oils. So these include things like birch, cedarwood, cinnamon, sandalwood, arbor vitae, those kind of things. They're very warming and very grounding. Like if we think of an actual tree, the roots are super deep. It's the trunk of the tree is really stable and secure. And so emotionally, a lot of times, that's actually the properties that we're going to experience. So if we're super stressed or our thoughts are all over the place, sometimes a wood oil or a bark oil would be a good choice. Now I've got a slide. This one's about Indian sandalwood. And just a little bit about Indian sandalwood. We have 2, Hawaiian sandalwood and Indian sandalwood. And both have amazing properties, depending on which way you want to use it. But we're going to highlight Indian sandalwood. It promotes healthy skin. It's in a lot of the skincare products. It's very grounding and uplifting. And it helps reduce lessen tensions and balance the emotions, and really produce relaxation and reduce stress, which I think we all need some on there, especially like right now we're in May, and it's end of school year, so we're going all over the place on the spectrum with 4 different kids, 4 different schools, and so our stress level is higher. So this is a really good oil. You can diffuse it as well as use it topically. I love from the blog, they have the shaving cream recipe on there. So try it out. Try something that's natural. Save yourself some money that way by making it yourself as well. So fun recipe there. All right, so we're going to move on to rhizomes and roots. Ginger and vetiver are some of those oils that come from them. You can see all the benefits, strengthening, balancing, grounding, stability, self-confidence, sending. It's very earthy, okay? It's coming from the ground. It's coming from the roots, right? Definitely lots of it. So these are our dirt oils, right? We love dirt. They promote calm feelings. grounding your emotions. They help with focus and mental clarity. So vetiver, a lot of people have used vetiver to help with focus. It is in a lot of our focus blend, but also a lot of people use this for sleep. It's a very thick oil. So if you have one of those droppers, you can get on the site now with all of the, I don't remember what it's called. It's accessories or something like that, is where you'll find the little pipettes, and you can just use the pipettes to draw it out. But it's definitely an amazing oil you can use for sleep. And with the focusing. This one actually has a essential oil tip where you can add it to tea and hot drinks in the wintertime to promote immunity. So it definitely has some of those properties for boosting your immunity and helping you out that way. I've personally never tried that. Maybe I will this coming winter, when I have my warm drinks. All right, so now we're going to move into resin oils. These are most likely frankincense and myrrh that you'll find. Lots and lots of benefits for these oils, but commonly they're very good for the immune system. They help with a healthy inflammatory response. They're great for the skin, and they can calm the emotions down. Myrrh is probably the lesser of the two known. We use lots of frankincense, and we talk about frankincense as being the king of essential oils. Myrrh is a good companion with it because it does a lot of the same things that frankincense does. It's often used in skincare. It's in the Immortelle blend. If you're into the skincare, it helps seal tissues and protects the body systems. It also has cleansing properties for your mouth. So if you're having gum issues or throat issues, sometimes gargling that or using it as a mouthwash can really be soothing and help your body out. It's so you can use it for like a mouth rinse. I would put citrus oil probably with it to make it taste better though. Also helps reduce tension. So my two experiences with myrrh was my last two babies when they were born. We actually put myrrh on the umbilical cord, and it helped seal the belly button, and it dropped off really, really fast. And so it cleaned it up and really made them have beautiful belly buttons. So and then I've also used it for sunburn, help with the healing processing. It's really soothing to the skin and helps a youthful complexion. So we love that, right? As we get older, we want to still stay 21. And so this is a really good product. So thankful that myrrh is in a lot of the natural skincare line that doTERRA has, so that we can have that benefit. If you'll notice from the blog, they do have a cuticle cream recipe. Again, we're talking about something that's above the basics. So, how can I take this oil and use it, not just for directly from the bottle, but maybe there's a recipe that I can try. So this is a homemade cuticle cream that you can make with beeswax, shea butter, fractionated coconut oil, and then myrrh, and just rub it right on the cuticles. You never have that where it starts peeling or whatever and they're sore or red. It's a great place for you to apply that to help support healthy cuticles. All right, lastly, we're going to go to the seeds. So these are things like cardamom, coriander, and fennel. And so you can see the amazing benefits that help supports the hormone and digestive system, the liver functions, and the reproduction system. So this is where really understanding where the oil is coming from in the plant is a good example of how, that can help you. Like if you're having and need some additional support for hormones or digestion, then grab one of the seed oils and try that out, and again, we're upping our education, we're upping our understanding on how essential oils work in our body. So I'm going to highlight fennel for you today. It relieves indigestion and digestive troubles, also aids monthly menstrual cycles and supports a healthy lymphatic system. It also calms minor skin irritations. So definitely is a wonderful oil. You can use it all three ways. To me, fennel, it smells like black licorice because it is the main ingredient in that candy. So if you don't like it, realize that you can take it internally. So you can take it in a veggie cap. doTERRA has those empty veggie caps that you can just pull apart and put the oil in and put the lid on and then take it that way. But know that there's other options if you don't like that one. The essential oil tip here is you add fennel to your water or your tea to help fight sweet tooth cravings. So yeah, a lot of us experience that, especially if we're addicted to sugar. This would be a great thing to try instead of grabbing that candy bar. All right, so that's kind of the basics, foundations that we're going to talk about today in particular. So if you don't have some of the products that we talked today, or maybe you want to get a flower oil like clary sage and you don't have it, the Loyalty Rewards Program is an optional program that is available to wholesale customers and wellness advocates, and it really is where you get the free product. You can earn your shipping back for free by ordering just one product on this program. If you do 50 product points, which is about $50 in oil, you're actually going to start earning a reward back, like a rebate back. And it's based on what kit you got started and what level you'll start. But most people start at earning 10% back in addition to their shipping. And that, if one month you don't do the 50, it's okay. You still get your shipping reward points back. But once you've done it 3 months in a row, whether it takes you 6 months or 9 months, they will move you up to the higher rate. So you'll go from 10% to 15%. And then if you're doing it consecutively, it'll take you 13 months to get you to 30% back on your products. If you're spending $100 or 100 points, you'll get 30 of that back plus your shipping. So that's, if you're using the cheapest shipping, that's $4. So you're getting 34 points back, which is enough for an On Guard. And so that's, a free oil that you can redeem later with those points. All right. So if you're earning commissions and you want to do the business, 100 point order on the rewards program. If you want to get additional free products besides just getting free product credits, we have a product of the month program through the rewards program. If you do 125 points before the 15th, a lot of people like to press that process now button, and it processes it earlier in the month. But if you do the order before the 15th, you get the free product that month. And so that product changes. Sometimes it's a full 10 ml bottle of lemon, and other times it's a 15 or a 5 ml bottle of Breathe, or So a lot of people will add to their oil collection by using the budget-friendly Loyalty Rewards Program, because really you're in charge of what you put on there. And you can opt into a text reminder where I will come in and remind you to edit and change it, but you have the flexibility on that program. And you can start and stop this at any time. I love the program for that reason, but it really does allow you to be budget friendly. So if you have a long wish list that you want to get, you can break that up in small bite. But I don't know about you, but I don't know who doesn't like getting things for free each month. And if you're using the product, chances are you're going to need to reorder. And so making that in a little bite-sized pieces and getting free stuff along the way really makes the most sense. I do want to also invite you to possibly earn money from doTERRA. If you've never thought about this and you're an oil user and you're like me and you're getting tons of these amazing oil experiences and you're telling your friends and your family, you may want to consider making money with doTERRA. It's a great opportunity, and everybody is always looking for something that's natural, that's safe, that's effective, and that maybe is cheaper than getting a prescription drug, or maybe somebody just wants to do it themselves and not involve somebody else in the healing process. So there is lots of different ways to get paid. These are the three main ways to get paid, but I just thought I'd throw this out. If you've ever considered about that, please reach out to the person who got you started, and they can go over in just a 20-30 minute meeting a little bit more about what it takes to do a doTERRA business. But here's a picture of how you would upgrade if you decide you want to do it. It's really simple and easy. You hit the Become a Wellness Advocate and then enter your Social Security number so that you can get paid and they can send you your 1099, right? but you still have the same benefit. It also gives you a free website that you have access to, so you can send your friends and family there to purchase through your number and get their own accounts if they want to be a wholesale customer as well. So really throwing that out to you. All right, our next class in the 8-week series is on daily vitality. And really, we're going to review the importance of having optimal cell health to really create an overall wellness. We know if our body is getting the nutrients it needs, we're going to have energy, we're going to have life, our body's going to be able to heal and rejuvenate itself. But we really can do this by getting the proper amount of nutrients and taking care of our digestive tract with enzymes, cleansing, and adding probiotics. So we're going to talk a little bit of just upping our game. Like maybe you have some essential oils already and you're ready to go a little bit deeper on your health. And we're going to talk a little bit about cellular health and how we can support that and give ourselves some daily vitality as well. So I hope you continue on this journey and you watch all 8 classes and you participate that way. Because there's a wealth of knowledge. Like essential oils are just not just your first class. There's so many avenues and ways to learn and to use them. And so I really encourage you. Education really is where the power is. It changes things because you know. And when you know, that gives you power. And I love that essential oils empower me and my family. I know that you do as well. Any of the classes will be posted on my YouTube channel, which will make it super easy for you to share them with your friends and family and those that you love, and that you can come and revisit them and rewatch them at any time. So my YouTube channel is just Caroline Lee doTERRA Diamond. You are welcome to subscribe. We do post weekly classes on there, and you can find lots of essential oil information available there as well. With that, I hope you have a wonderful day and you feel a little bit better about understanding what type of essential oil and where it comes from and the connection and how it can help you in our oils foundations class. So with that, take care and we will see you next class.